Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a kind of try on first impressions review of the new MAC Electric Wonder collection. I grabbed quite a few pieces from the collection. I have them here in this nice Ulta box here. I honestly have not been like excited about a MAC collection in so long. So this is kind of nice to get back into the game. Basically, when I first started my channel, back in like 2011, 2012, 2013, MAC was everything. I would stay up so late waiting for all of the new collections. I always wanted to get new lipsticks, and I was obsessed with trying to get the latest collections. But then lately, I just haven't really been into it. But when I saw the sneak peeks for this one, I definitely knew I wanted to get a few pieces, mostly because the packaging is gorgeous. But a lot of the items look really nice as well. So let me show you guys what exactly this packaging is I'm talking about. Everything is in this beautiful gold pink marble. It is absolutely stunning. I love this. So I definitely wanted to grab a few things from this collection. They do have it on Ulta. I'm not sure if anything is sold out completely, but I will have everything I'm using linked in the description box. Let me just go over each item here first, and then we'll try pretty much everything on. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is probably the most expensive, is actually an eyeshadow palette. And this is a really interesting buy for me. I don't really buy any MAC palettes, but this is really cool. I used to buy like all the singles and make my own little palette, but I really like the color selection in this one, so I decided to go ahead and try it. So the packaging does pretty much match the unicarton packaging. It is absolutely beautiful. Really love how just probably my favorite packaging MAC has ever done of all time. They actually released 2 eyeshadow palettes in the collection, and this one is the Natural Vice palette. You get 12 eyeshadows in here. I'm going to show you guys the shades. It comes with this layer here that has all the shade names in it. There is some in here that are permanent, and I believe some that are new. So here we have the shades. As you guys know, I'm a neutral lover, so I definitely wanted to try this out, and it just looks like beautiful warm tones that I could use for every day. And it has a giant mirror up top, which is amazing. So very excited about that. So this palette retails for $48. Of course, I bought mine on Ulta so that I can rack up some points. I try to go through Ulta if I can, but also they have it on the MAC website, and I know with MAC, if you have a pro discount with them, you can get a discount, which is pretty cool too. I'm going to go ahead and insert swatches here so you can see what every single shade looks like in this palette. So here's the first row, very light neutrals shades. We have Fab Accent, Pleasing to the Eye, Sun Tweaked, and then Diamond Butterfly. I'm a little bit worried swatching these since they swatch so lightly how they're going to perform, but that Diamond Butterfly like frost shade is stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. Here is the second row. We have the shades Valley of the Goddess, Cork, Struck Gold, and Desert Rose Mance. Oh, Desert Rose Mance, like romance. Okay. Alright, and then the last row is probably the darkest colors in the palette. We have Magmatique, Natural Vice, Go Wilder, and then Rebel Pebble. Next up, I have 3 different powder products that I bought from the collection. I will start with the Iridescent powder. So I actually got 2 of them because I really couldn't decide from online which one I would like more. So I went ahead and got both of them. So we have Into Eternity and then Serenity Seeker. And these are the Electric Wonder Iridescent powders. So here is Into Eternity, and it looks like this. I'm trying to remember. I think the last collection that I've personally seen with this kind of design was, I think the Star Trek collection did something like this, but I'm not sure if they've done anything recently with this kind of mixture with its like sparkly blush and highlight in one, I think. But this is beautiful. And then we also have Serenity Seeker. This one is also beautiful. Lots of really pretty pink and gold tones in there. Let me put them up next to each other so you guys can see. This one's a lot darker and this one's a lot lighter. I could probably almost get away with this one as a highlight, maybe. So I'll probably test out both of these, maybe one on each cheek so we can see what they look like, and I'll insert swatches here. For face powders, I also ordered one of the Next to Nothing bronzing powders. This one is in Sun Soaked Strip. I thought it would be nice to have a bronzer with this packaging. I just think it's beautiful. So here is the Sun Soaked Strip. There was another one as well, but I could not decide which one to order. I think the other one was more yellow toned. This one had more of a red undertone. I'll insert a swatch here. By the way, the bronzing powder was $30. And then the last thing in the collection that I ordered was a couple lipsticks, of course. So first up, this is the lipstick bullet packaging. It is so beautiful. I love this so much. I've got Feelin' Sentimental. This is a satin lipstick. And then I also picked up, this one is Let's Messa Round. So I got 2 neutrals from the collection. I did want to point out, I just thought of this right now, but Feelin' Sentimental lipstick is a really good dupe for the Jaclyn Hill As If lipstick. If you guys are looking for dupes, Feelin' Sentimental from MAC is really close, and the texture is almost the same as well. Here they are right next to each other. I wasn't going to do a dupes video on the Jaclyn lipsticks, but I thought I would just go ahead and show you guys that they are pretty similar. Anyways, let's go ahead and try all of this stuff on. I just have foundation on right now in my brows, so we are going to just add product as we go here. So I usually always start off with my eyes, so let's start with this beautiful palette. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to perform based on the swatches. I'm very unsure, but you definitely can't judge a palette by the swatches, I've learned. So let's try it out on the eyes. So the first thing I am going to do is go in with Valley of the Goddess right here. It's kind of like this peachy cream, and just set my primer with that very lightly. Since this has a little bit of pigment to it, I just always set my primer with something. So this is a little bit darker than what I would usually do. I usually do something like the same color as my skin tone or something very cream colored, but this will definitely work. We're going to use Pleasing to the Eye. It's like this mauve-y kind of nice crease shade, so we are going to take that into the crease of our eye here. Surprisingly, this is actually a lot more pigmented when I'm using my brush than when I had it on my swatches, so that's actually really good to know. So it applies a lot stronger, because I can definitely see that pretty like rose tone popping up. I'm also going to go in with Cork right here. I believe that's a permanent shade in the line, because I've definitely heard of Cork before from MAC. It's just a nice like cool toned mid brown, and I'm also going to put that into the crease as well. Next, I'm taking Magmatic right here, and I'm going to start kind of putting that in my outer corner a little. I'm just kind of tapping it into place, and I'm going to go in a little bit darker with another shade too. So I'm just going to use a little bit here just to kind of see how the color looks. But yeah, so far everything is blending out amazingly. Nice. Okay, so then I'm going to take Rebel Pebble with that same brush and kind of deepen up that outer corner. I love a good dark matte brown in my outer corner. That is my go-to. Next, I am wetting my little brush here, and I'm going in with Sun Tweaked right here. And this is going to go on most of my lid. So I'm going to put this, just skipping the outer corner, because I kind of want to put that really foiled shadow in the, sorry, not outer corner, inner corner. So I'm kind of just placing this into the middle and blending with that outer corner shade. And then lastly, I'm using this Diamond Butterfly shade right here, and I'm going to use that in my inner corner. I don't know, that kind of looked weird with a brush, so I'm going to use my finger. Next, I'm going to take the Cork shade again and smudge this on my lower lash line. So that's mostly the eye look. I'm going to clean up with some concealer and be right back. Alright, so here's the finished eyes. I went ahead and put on my mascara and also my concealer and everything. I actually tried out a brand new mascara today, which was the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. So I'm going to put a little mini Instagram video up pretty soon with that, probably in the next couple of days. And I'll probably do like a review on that as well soon. But just wanted to let you guys know that I did use a new one in case you guys are wondering what my mascara was. But so far I really like this eye look. I think it came out really nice. Just a nice neutral look for every day. I love the darker outer corner with the fun shimmery lid. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so next I wanted to try out the bronzer here. So we are using the Sun Soaked Strip bronzer. Ooh, this is a nice color. It is darker, which I like because usually I'm always self-tanning. I'm kind of in between self-tan right now. It's kind of fading, so it might look a little bit dark on me right now, but I feel like all my bronzers lately have been looking so light, so I feel like I'm really going to like this one. And I like that it's more red tone because I feel like it looks more like summery and more natural on the face. Because when you get sun normally, you'll probably have a more red undertone tan than a yellow one. Yeah, it looks really nice. It doesn't look dirty or anything. It just looks like a natural bronze. I really, really like that. So that one was Sun Soaked Strip. Really happy I went with that one instead of the other one because it was like a long debate for me to pick which one to get. So now we have two of the Electric Wonder iridescent powder. Since I have two different colors, I do want to do one on each cheek and hopefully it doesn't look too different. So first up is Serenity Seeker. We're going to use this one. This is the lighter shade. It's kind of like a peachy gold. I feel like this would make a nice highlight maybe, but we're definitely going to try it on the cheeks. Yeah, definitely I can't really tell. It looks more like highlight than anything, so I don't know, I can't even really tell that it's a color. But if it was a highlight, it would definitely be a more natural one, so maybe I should be using that as a highlight instead. Let me try out the Into Eternity. This one's darker, so I feel like it would show up more. These are definitely light but buildable. This one I think would probably be my favorite, surprisingly, Into Eternity. It just has more of that rosy undertone to it, so I feel like it looks better on the face. Let me add a little bit on the other side too. The other one just did not show up. And then I'll go back into Serenity Seeker and we'll use that as just a highlight. So this is kind of how it all looks. It is pretty glowy actually, so yeah, so far so good. I don't know if I was filming that or not, but we just went in with the lipstick, which is Feelin' Sentimental, which is very light nude, but I'm kind of obsessed. I used to love the whole like super nude lips back in the day, and I haven't worn it for so long, but now I'm like feeling it. I'm back into it again. And then since this one, I'm surprised it was so sheer. It is a luster finish. This one is Let's Mess Around. I'm gonna put this on top just to add some more color. I didn't know this would be like so sheer, but it is really pretty. So we'll just put this on top to add, it doesn't really add too much to it, but it will kind of make it a little more shiny and add a little bit more color. I think that is all of the products on the face. I really love the look that came out of all of these products. I think it is so gorgeous. Let me do a quick little rundown of what I think about everything so far. So first up, the eyeshadow palette. I thought that one was really pretty. I really was impressed with that palette. I could see myself using it a lot. I'm just really into those gorgeous neutral shades. It has pretty much everything I could want in a neutral palette. Really impressed with the mattes in it, especially. They blended out so nice and easy to use. The things that I'm kind of maybe iffy on is the shimmers, although this one looks really nice right now. I don't know, I feel like I would rather have a couple more mid-tone shimmers in there, but I'm still gonna play with the palette and see what happens. I mean, obviously this is a super shimmery eye and it looks nice, but they're a lot lighter shades, and maybe it's just the shades that I picked out that were, but I'm gonna definitely test it out a little bit more and see. But so far I really do enjoy that eyeshadow palette. I was impressed. Next up is the bronzer. You guys know I really like this bronzer. I think it is so pretty. I really like the shade because you can definitely tell that I have a bronzer on, and it looks nice. It doesn't look dirty or anything like that. It just kind of looks sun-kissed. So I am really liking that. I would definitely recommend picking that one up. I'll have the link down below and all the shade names and everything if you're wondering. For the little iridescent powders, I feel like those are the product from this collection that I'm kind of not the most excited about, just because they're not very pigmented. Like, I feel like they didn't really do a whole lot for me. I do like Into Eternity the best. It is on the cheeks, but it is so light and it's a lot of like sparkle in there and a lot of shine. So if you're not really into that, I would definitely skip these. Or if you guys like just a really subtle glowy blush, I think you would like these a lot. But for me, I'm not the biggest fan. They're just a little bit too natural. I liked my blush to have a little more pop to it than these do. These are just very natural glowy. So if I would skip anything from the collection, it would definitely be the iridescent powders. I'll have to see if I want to keep these or if I want to return them. I don't know. For the lipsticks, I think the packaging is just too cute. I think my favorite is definitely Feelin' Sentimental if you guys like a really, really pale nude. So this is gonna be pale. Like, you could use this like to pop on the center of your lips with a lip liner, or to mix just to make your lipsticks lighter, but this is light, so you definitely have to like those like lighter cool tone nudes for this one. But I love it. I probably would skip this one, the Let's Mess Around. It's very, very sheer. So let me get this color off and so I can show you guys again. But it's so sheer. It's just going to give your lips a little tint with a little bit of a little tiny color to it. Not much. I prefer a little more pigment to my lipsticks, so I would probably skip this one. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all of my thoughts on this new MAC Electric Wonder collection. So far, I am impressed with it, especially since it's been so long since I've really got back into MAC makeup again, and I really was impressed with the products I tried here. So let me know down below what your thoughts are. I'm definitely in love with this packaging, I have to say. I wish these weren't limited edition because I know you guys won't be able to get them for long. You guys know how I feel about limited edition stuff. I hate that. But I think I do want to hold on to this packaging for as long as I can until the product expires, obviously, or if I'm just not using it anymore, just because that packaging is beautiful. That is like me in MAC packaging, is this beautiful gold pink marble. I love it. So that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's any collections coming out that you really want to see me do a review on. I have some new stuff I want to show you. I plan on doing a Sephora haul shortly, so stay tuned, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.